Okay, so today it's Saturday. I don't usually trade on Saturday because there's a lot of not a lot of volatility, and yeah, usually there's not many setups. They only start to develop on Sundays. But I am going to do some reviewing of the trade I took yesterday. So let's have a look at USDT first. So on the macro on the left, you can see that we traded into this first support on the daily. Since we hit this resistance, we have come down a little bit. It was maybe 6-7 days of continued selling, and now we arrive at the first support level. And on the lower time frame, at this level, you can see that we made this bear flag kind of thing, and then we broke down, and then we broke back up. So it's a fake out pattern, marginal lower low, which basically indicates that, or we are finding some support here, at least for over the weekends at least. Now we just took out this high here. This is the first high. Um, what could happen now is after we take the high, we go down back a bit, maybe take out this low here, and then we could either proceed back upwards for a little bit, or we can continue down to this trend line here. And most of the times USDT is very trend heavy, so it doesn't really want to do trends like this, but it rather does something like this, very extremely accelerating. With that in mind, I may not look for longs at this point, shorts I mean, but at this point I'm not sure. I would say, okay, maybe we're going down a little bit here. This is maybe something that I would be interested in, but it's not that I think this is the greatest setup ever, especially on a Saturday. I don't really expect this to happen today. So, not really seeing a very interesting pattern or anything on the USDT, the dominance chart. Okay, so what I did trade is I did kind of expect this to happen. So I was looking for shorts, and I ended up taking Ethereum. So I just put a limit order. My stop was in the middle. My target was around the lows here. So it already filled because I had my order around here. And yeah, it was very, very easy trade actually, because it came close to the stop loss, but as I said, when it takes out this liquidity here, the next level is here, and it's just very far away. So it's usually price will be somewhere here. So if this is the liquidity level, you will often see that price spikes in this range, like around the level, and it rarely goes in between here. If it really wants to go down, there's no need to come here. There's nothing to come, nothing to. There's nothing resting here, no orders, nothing. So very good stop loss always. Um, yeah, so for Solana didn't make the higher. It tried, but it failed very quickly. Bitcoin also saw this very fake out ish pattern, but is now stabilizing a bit and very low volatility, which is normal for a Saturday. This is very much Saturday behavior. So that's why I'm not really interested, but we could see a small breakdown. And XRP is still looking very interesting with this flag. So I do have a feeling it's gonna go do something like this. But the problem is that I have not really been trading this pattern. So I would have to use my normal strategy, which means stop loss around this level, and this would be the trade then, but I'm not sure how high, how big the edge is here, so that's why I'm a little bit more careful with just taking any type of trade. But maybe if it comes a little bit back, maybe to here, because here you have this small tightening pattern. If we retest it here, could be a very nice RRR. So that's the only thing that I'm really considering. And else, I'm just waiting for tomorrow. Tomorrow at 3 p.m. European time, we will get the reversal, Sunday night reversal, or into the Monday. So we'll have to look at what kind of pattern is emerging around that time and see if I can take advantage of that. So that'll be it.